You're lying on the couch, and your cat suddenly sprints across the room at full speed, launches onto the curtains, and then immediately sits down to groom like nothing happened. 5 minutes later, they're shoving their paw into a tiny box for no apparent reason. Other pets? Dogs, for example, have behaviors you can mostly explain. But cats do things that seem completely random, chaotic, or just plain weird. Why do cats climb to the highest point in the room, destroy furniture with their claws, hide in the tiniest spaces, and sprint around like maniacs at 3 a.m. when they're perfectly safe, fed, and loved? It's because they're living out instincts that kept their ancestors alive for millions of years. Cats evolved as both hunters and hunted. They needed to catch prey to survive and avoid becoming prey themselves. That dual role shaped behaviors that still dominate how domestic cats act today. Your house cat isn't confused. They're doing exactly what evolution programmed them to do. Start with climbing. In the wild, cats scaled trees and rocks to gain visual advantage. Height meant they could scan for threats and spot smaller animals below. For your cat, the bookshelf serves the same purpose. They're surveying their territory from a vantage point. The fact that nothing threatening appears doesn't override the instinct. Their unique muscular structure and balance make this possible. Cats are built to use vertical space. Now consider hunting. Wild cats are opportunistic predators that eat many small meals throughout the day. They stalk, pounce, kill, eat, over and over. Your cat doesn't need to hunt for survival, but the instinct remains. That's why they chase small toys and pounce on nothing. They're practicing the same strategy that kept their species fed. This explains why cats prefer multiple small meals rather than one large feeding. When your cat wakes you at 3 a.m. demanding food, they're following an ancestral rhythm. Small prey animals hide in tight spaces. Cats developed intense curiosity about openings and containers because investigating those spaces meant finding food. When your cat reaches into a bag or squeezes into a drawer, they're driven by the same instinct that ensured their ancestors didn't starve. Claws are essential survival tools. Cats needed them sharp for climbing, hunting, and self-defense. Scratching surfaces kept claws conditioned while stretching back and leg muscles and relieving stress. When your cat shreds your furniture, they're maintaining their primary survival tools. Your couch just happens to be the nearest surface. In the wild, it would have been a tree. As prey animals, cats evolved to avoid capture. Tight spaces offer protection. They're hard for predators to access. Your cat squeezing into a shoebox is doing what their ancestors did to stay alive. This also explains litter box preferences. Cats instinctively avoid leaving scent markers that predators could track. A dirty litter box creates odor, which in the wild would signal their location. Your cat isn't being picky, they're being cautious. Then there's purring. Cats purr for happiness, stress, hunger. But the frequency, between 25 and 150 hertz, falls within a range that promotes tissue regeneration. Purring might serve a self-healing function, repairing muscles and bones. It's possibly therapeutic for them and for you. The nighttime sprinting connects to their hunting schedule. Many prey animals are active at dawn and dusk. Cats evolved to be most alert during those periods. Your cat tearing through the house at 3 a.m. is experiencing a surge of predatory energy timed to when they would have been hunting. Every behavior that seems bizarre makes sense when you remember what cats are: solitary predators and stealthy prey. They hunted to eat and hid to survive. Those instincts don't disappear indoors. Your home is their territory. They're navigating it the same way their ancestors navigated forests and grasslands. Cats aren't weird. They're exactly what millions of years of evolution designed them to be. Understanding that makes their behavior less confusing and a lot more impressive.